So I saw the 2023 remake of White Man Can't Jump, starring Jack Harlow and Sinqua Walls, and it was a fun experience, a good time with friends. But I thought this would be like a fun opportunity to like compare the 1992 version with Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes with this one. Just I wouldn't say pros and cons, but like what one movie did better than the other movie, what I like, what I dislike, just a comparison, which one I over and at the end probably which one I like more. So let's get into it. So both movies share the same theme, which is we're playing basketball to make money because we're both struggling. Now each of the struggles are different. For the 1992 version, Woody Harrelson and whose character's name is Billy, he's just flat out broke and owes the mob money. So he hustles people by playing basketball. Being typical white guy. People think he play basketball. Hustles to make some bread. Who up to bam. Now in the 2023 version, Jack Harlow's character, whose name is Jeremy, he's just hustling basketball money because he wants to fix his knees. He wants to have a knee surgery because his knees kind of suck. Wants to fix that. Wants to go pro again. That's his goal for making money. And then going to the characters that their partner, Wesley Snipes, he was hustling because he needed money just to move his family out of a bad neighborhood. While what's this guy's name? Seneca Walls, or I think it's Kamal, his character's name in the 2023 movie. He's hustling because he wants to get his family, he just wants to make more money to support his wife for her hair salon type deal. So, again, we're rocking the same story. They all need money for some different purpose, Feels fresh with the 2023 version. A bit more fleshed out, like, we now know their real struggles. I like that, I think the 2023 version, for the characters, they make it a bit more compelling. That's cool. But now the big difference between the two is like the comedy, and I'll say the dialogue too. Now I'm going to start with the 2023 version. So the 2023 version, their version of comedy is really playing into like, oh, he's a white guy who can't play basketball, And like at first it was like tongue in cheek, but then like they were really now hammering in my mouth, It's just like, I get it. Let's move past it, let's get to the story. But it just kept going back to like that very simple low hanging fruit of, hey, he's white, I'm black. It's a weird, awkward situation. At some point, they kind of get over and it gets more into the movie, but like it was like for the first, I want to say, the first half, really, they were just really going at this hard. But the 1992 version, I think they did this really well. Now, dialogue is kind of obvious, like this is in the 90s, but them talking about like him being a white guy, that was like for the first 5 minutes. And after that, it was practically, after that, it was like mainly focused on them hustling for this money to make ends meet. So I like that, it was like, we touched on it for the first 5 minutes, we're over it, we now know this man can't play basketball. Let's move past that. And then, for the part of them, why the white man can't jump, in the original, 1999 version, that's a very long sentence. I won't say for the original version, the point is, he really can't jump, like he sucks he can't dunk, that's like the whole point, like this man can't dunk, and that's why he can't jump. But for the modern version, the remake, he can't jump because he has like bad knees. So, again, I think the original that's an interesting take, and he wants to fix his knees to jump, while for the original he wants to just learn how to jump so he can like dunk. That's that. I like that. I think I prefer the original over that because like why are you playing basketball if your knees suck? You know what I mean? I think at that point you should just give up your dream, or I shouldn't say give up your dream, but you should move on to a different career path. Like your knees are busted. And in the movie, too, he spent like $1,000 already trying to fix his knees and it's just not working. I think at some point, just gotta learn when to, just stop that, move on. And then, try again. Let's talk about their girlfriends and wives. So, Woody Harrelson's girlfriend, Gloria, she supports him. Like, he's like, hey, listen, you're gonna grind up for this money to pay off the mafia so we can move on to a better life. I like that. But also, she's trying to go into, I think, Jeopardy to make money too. So like they're both about the grind, but also there's this one thing we're learning is that with his character, he likes to gamble. He's a gambler. That's why they're losing so much money because he gambles and loses their money, and that's like a very big part. So like he's actually has a problem with gambling. I like that. But for the modern version, Jack Harlow, he's just wasting money on his surgery, which is not a good thing. And his girlfriend, whose name in this movie is Tatiana. She's trying to be a dancer, like a professional dancer. She's getting opportunities, And like she's trying to make ends meet as well, but like Jack has to get a solid job, not wasting money on these surgeries when he could be finding like a solid paying job. Cool. Then comparing, I should talk about the wives too. So Wesley Snipes' wife, Rhonda, she's just a stay-at-home wife. She doesn't really do anything too much. She does like some side hustle, but she's watching the kid. While Wesley Snipes is mostly making the money, having like 5 different jobs, and then trying to get money so they can move out this horrible place. Then for the modern version, like I said earlier, his wife, Kamal's wife, Amani, she's like has this very successful spa, but like not spa, hair salon, but she's working out of her what's he face her house, and she's like, hey, listen, we need to get this house and like my own salon type deal, so it can actually make you some solid income. So again, for the modern version, I think they do it better with the relationships. But I think when it comes to the struggles, I think Gloria and Woody Harrison's for the original version, they have a bit more toxicity, because she's staying with this guy who's like, actually has a gambling problem and losing their money when they could be making money. But then for the modern version, like he's wasting money on something that at some point I think he should just drop, but he still does it anyway. Rambling on, I think motivation-wise, both characters are very solid. I think for the modern one, it's pretty solid too. I think I kind of prefer the modern one, but again, like I think the original one has like more. It feels more raw, I mean, like I might as well. The 1992 version's been out forever now. It's been 31 years, so I can spoil this one. So he ends up gambling too much. Like they win the tournament in the original version, but he gambles his money against Wesley Snipes and loses money. His girl's like, bro, what are you doing right here? That was a waste. But she takes him back, though. That's the thing. She takes him back after he gambled his winnings because she wanted Jeopardy. That's a good thing, right? So then she gives him money, like, hey, listen, use his money to get a good job, good suit, go crazy. But instead, he used that money to gamble again on this tournament to play these guys to make big money. So at this point, she says, you either gamble his money or stay with me. He chooses to gamble, and she leaves. So I like that for the original. I like how, she gave him an ultimatum, like either you're going to keep on gambling and lose me or stop gambling, get a stable job, and stick with me. He chose to gamble, he lost her. That was a very real, I like that. It was a very real thing. That's what a relationship should work, You do something toxic, she got to let go for either person situation. But in this situation, like, they kind of switched it. So Jack's character, he was hiding that he was gambling money to make this enemy, to fix his knees. So she like left kind of for a tour, and then in the end, like he won the championship. Then say, okay, I'm done. Here's money too, and marry me. So like he gave her like a lot of. So he gave her the money and said to marry her. Say he's gonna be done. So like it felt like a very happy ending, which is cool and all. But I think I prefer like that really raw ending. Like, hey, I gambled too much and I lost her. Instead of, hey, yo, I gambled and won. You should stay with me, So that was that. And then also character-wise too, with the modern version, Kamal is his name. I did kind of enjoy how like he had like some issues with his anger. That's why he didn't go to the pros too, because he's supposed to be like a pro. He was going to go pro, but like his anger got in the way. He never made pro. That was like the underlying story, So I thought that was interesting as well. But it was all right. It was like a good. Again, I feel like with the modern version, the characters are very fleshed out with the motivations. While with the old school version, like the characters aren't, they're fleshed out in different ways. It's not, they're more 2D kind of. While with the version, the modern one, they're very 3-dimensional, which is cool. But I think because like the comedy, the way they do comedy with the modern one, just a bit off-putting, and like I didn't like it too much. Like again, like it was very heavy on like white guy can't play basketball stereotype, and I was like, you get sick of that pretty fast. There's some decent jokes, don't get me wrong, but like overall, like sometimes I didn't like that. I need a break from that. Give me like the characters down the story. You know what I mean? So I think the original one did that like a lot better. So rewatchability wise, like I saw the original White Man Can't Jump a couple times, and rewatching again, it is, I think, overall a better movie. A bit outdated with dialogue, but again, it's the 90s. But I think the modern one with Jack Harlow, it's okay. I think watching with friends makes it a very good experience just to like harp on it, do your little P's and Q's like, oh, I don't like this, XYZ, do your commentary. That makes it like a better experience overall. But yeah, I think I prefer the original, But the modern one is not that bad. I think you can watch the modern one and still have a good time. That's my take on it, to be honest. So ranking, I might as well have this like a review too, kind of. Like I give the modern one like a solid 7 out of 10, a good time. Then the original, I give it like a solid 7.9 out of 10. Like it's better, but like it still has its gripes, because it's just older, So older stuff tends to not age as well when it comes to dialogue, but you can get past that. You feel me? Well, I think that's about it. Comparing the two, I think it's like a good skill. Like the original has like a little bit above the modern one, but like it's not a huge gap, just like a couple points more, you know? So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this comparison video, and I'll catch you guys next time.